Of course, as I start to record this, my neighbour over the road started to use a chainsaw, so you probably hear the chainsaw in the background. Anyway, it's a bit of a mixed bag anyway, because well, it's changing literally every hour basically, but pretty much going to be first experiencing my first tropical cyclone in my life, so something worth vlogging. But it's sort of like was supposed to come through tonight, but it decided to do a little loop about 250 kilometres offshore, and it's sort of like slowed down, so it's sort of like still coming towards the coast from the east basically, and it's only going at like 7 kilometres per hour, so as I predicted, it's going to be making landfall overnight tonight, and it's going to be delayed for another 24 hours after that, so it's sort of like probably going to be landing on Friday night. Saturday, so I had this big spell that I did earlier this morning, even though I did, just filmed out of my bedroom window when I got up this morning, and it seemed very still, but it's a bit different out there now, so like starting to get a little bit more gusty and all that. I had to close the windows up a bit so it doesn't blow through the microphone. But yeah, it's pretty much a bit of an interesting time. It's like, of course, I'm nowhere near the coastline, and probably most likely be more of a tropical low when it comes to visit me and stuff like that. But yeah, still going to be a bit of cause and effect, and pretty much the Lockyer Valley where I live in, the Lockyer Valley region is pretty much being put on a watch and act with it all. And I wouldn't be surprised if I sort of like be a little bit on the flooded in basically side of things, even though I will be safe because my place is still like on the side of a hill on the foothills from the Great Dividing Range, so it should be okay with that sort of things. It's probably just the wind gusts and stuff like that, so I might still lose power, and then again probably lose internet in one way or another, but still seeing if I can actually do a stream on the Friday afternoon or tomorrow afternoon, since I'm starting this on a Thursday. It's pretty much just giving me an update on the socials and stuff like that wherever I am, so anyone concerned with this, I take a walk over to the Lockyer Creek and film it there and sort of like see how high it is and all that, to compare to half a Cyclone Alfred passes through, but yeah, so look here, and not much change in the tracking side of things. But yeah, quite honestly, it's just watch and wait basically, completely different to sort of like the scenario around the LA bushfires basically, so yeah. Time for me to hit the socials and let everyone know I'm still alive. Pardon the pun. Yeah, I know, I'm still sitting in front of my computer. It's sort of like starting to feel like I might have just filmed this a little bit too early, because it's sort of like nothing really happening. It's sort of like with this delay that's caused this tropical cyclone. So it's always the 8 p.m. on a Thursday night. I just recently just uploaded a little thing on my TikTok channel to pretty much explain to everyone who follows me over there what's going on and all that, and I also did a bit of a walk earlier in the day to have a look over the Lockyer Creek. And, the main reason why I did that because I was sort of like after a bit of rainfall and stuff like that, all my walking back there and seeing what it looks like when it's sort of like overflowing, and probably have like lower parts of Grantham and all that, probably having to evac again and all that on the main strip there. So yeah, so other than that, meet my next door neighbour's cat. Hello. Hello. And also had a rainbow pop out, so I got that filmed. Other than that, it's pretty much just keep an eye on everything and see what the updates are and all that, and seeing where people have been sort of like the risk areas and all that, and make sure the people who live there are all alright or are going to be evacuating or give notice to evacuate. Prepare now instead of last minute or when the storm hits. Of course, you've got a whole heap of clowns that's sort of like taking risks and stuff like that, and you've got apparently Gold Coast City Council doing aggressive things of fining people quite heavily if they do stupid stuff on the beach and all that. So I don't know if I'll be able to grab it or not, but I've sort of seen footage of someone nearly losing their dog walking along the beach of the beach when a rough wave come through. So anyway, it's a bit of a patient game, so I'll still have electricity for the Friday fortnight stream I got tomorrow. Probably the worst of it will probably start coming through on Saturday or late Friday into Saturday. So I'll pick it up then. For now, coffee cup's empty. Better do something about it. Well, it's coming on 8 o'clock in the morning. This is still like changing updates from the last time I looked. It's still like 20 hours away from the cyclone hitting land, so fire up the PC and everything. And have my breakfast and get that first cup of coffee of the morning, as well as check my diabetes and all that. Reminds me I've got a fresh contour next strip. So fire up the computer. So I jump on the Bureau of Meteorology and these things tough to get open. And so what we're up to, because I did wake up needing to do a nature call at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Checked the radar on my phone and did actually see the eye, so I could appear on the storm radar, basically, the rainfall radar. But yeah. But yeah, it's definitely, there's a bit of a cyclone or something like that outside. There's a bit of wind gusts happening and see the trees rustling and definitely well overcast outside. What am I up to right here? And, yeah. it's really nice and wet, and about to get some rain coming in the next 5 minutes. Oh yeah, definitely see the eye. I should record it for the video. So, yeah. Oh, blood sugar's good, 6.1. It's getting on close to like back 10:45. Just rip around the backyard here, just make sure the any my washing machine is all good. And all that, and probably just show it a little bit. And you probably get a little bit of breeze in the microphone. Sorry about that. Not much I can do about that. But yeah, just down a bit of a weird breeze break up and all that, and so like we have an idea where it is. So like if we go that way, it's pretty much Toowoomba. So like Crow's Nest is over that way a bit, and Eska's over here. So like pretty much expecting the cyclone. Oh, the cyclones will pretty much go across the top there. How close I don't know. But, sorry, point. But yeah, so like southward is more that way. That's all that, and pretty much down that way is all like the border into New South Wales, which is only like 150 k's away. It's yeah, it sort of like shows it's sort of like starting to pick up a bit, especially on the coast. It's sort of like saw on Twitter from the Queensland Ambulance Service that it's sort of like a tree fell on a home in the Currumbin Valley, which is southern part of Gold Coast hinterland. Only 2 people got taken to hospital. So it's starting to show the seriousness of that, plus all blackouts and everything else like that from Brisbane down. So, plus also it's sort of like affecting down over the border and stuff like that. There's plenty of places starting to get near mandatory evacuations because of flooding and all that in preparation. But, and plenty of assistance, stuff like that. It's a good coordination between the federal and state and local governments all working together, regardless of political stance and all that. So that's what it's all about here in Australia. So anyway, quickly go make myself something to make a thumbnail with for this video, and yeah, so getting ready to stream a fortnight for the Friday fortnight stream. So probably chat afterwards. Well, let's pretty much have a quick look and see what the radar's actually doing here. So see what our little foe off the coast called Alfred doing. It's definitely getting wet around where I live. It's not far off the coast, seeing the eye of it.
From large windows, Melissa, they are being warned tonight to expect to hear loud, wild winds and things breaking against the house.
Caught me in bed, but sort of like a bit of a quiet before the storm. I'm very tired. It's pretty much more sort of like well, put it this way, but before I got on the bed, I did a screen thing of what the radar looks like with the cyclone coming in. It's sort of like pretty dang close. They're expecting it to land late morning, basically. Give her an hour or two or something like that. It's pretty close, and very glad it's probably landing during the daytime on the mainland. It's probably going to give a bit of a rumble around the Moreton Bay Islands, the North Straddie and Moreton Island, and the other islands around there. But it's getting there. So it's pretty much just feel like spending an evening of very much just editing up Fortnite clips on my YouTube Shorts and TikTok and all that. So put time for bed and wake up in the morning and see what happens. So got my windows all closed up and everything, so in case it really starts going down when I'm asleep. Anyway, not much else I can do except for get some Z's. So yeah, see you in the morning. Who's mowing their lawn? Oh, do wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and pretty much check my phone and stuff like that, and still it will drop down to a category 1 cyclone, but across across the islands into Moreton Bay basically. But it's now a tropical low. Didn't even make land. So pretty much having a visitor at the moment, so this big thing of I don't know what to say, honestly. It's like bring it up on the radar here and stuff like that. It's sort of like it's certainly see it's totally dissipated into a tropical low. You don't really see that circular motion of or see the eye of it. It's really like just flunked out and everything else like that over pretty much Barbary Island. So yeah, it's still going to cause some problems and stuff like that because it's probably bound to still dump a whole heap of rain and everything else like that. So still plenty of rainfall around. So still going to get pretty wet over the weekend and everything else like that. But chances of losing power or anything like that probably dropped quite significantly and stuff like that. So I suppose I'll take on the news reports in a couple of hours' time and all that. Yeah, one of the YouTube channels I've been watching too. So now ex Cyclone Alfred. Someone's been mucking around with Ryan Roman's claw machines. Hey, okay, we'll watch that later on. But yeah, still saying not out of the woods and everything. So still a long way to go because we're probably still going to get plenty of flooding, rain, and everything else like that. So yeah.
Trees caused chaos to the southeast electricity grid.
Assessment and you know, we've been doing lots of repairs and switching people back on.
Yeah, it's been like still quiet and waiting and stuff like that because apparently even though it turned into a tropical low, so pretty much all the cyclone warnings has been over and stuff like that, and even though there's still some gale force winds going on the coastline and everything else like that, and some places are still in a bit of a watch and act sort of mood and stuff like that, and starting to still like do a bit of a recovery and stuff like that because it's like I pretty much said on the news that it's a record amount of power outages and stuff like that and damage to the electrical infrastructure. So something like 330,000 homes just in the southeast Queensland region alone is still like been taken out, mostly on the Gold Coast. So you see sub-transformers exploding and down power lines and down power or telegraph poles, all that, and so it's pretty big on the recovery side of things with all that. So yeah, it's some of them probably be taking days to get repaired because they're probably just too dangerous at the moment just to try and get repaired. So, but it's all like seeing the funny side and stuff like that. But well, not exactly the funny side, but there's probably a little bit of sense of humour you see on Twitter and stuff like that. It's like people on the Gold Coast using a wet and rainy hill to use it as a mudslide, so they get a bit of fun in amongst it all and all that. But see wildlife, koalas with their young ones hanging onto a tree basically when the storm's coming through and all that, and the gale force winds and so it shows it's still a little bit on the dangerous side because there was also a news report about a army troop carrier vehicle that tipped over on its side down near Lismore over the border in New South Wales, injured a whole heap of army personnel there to assist with the floodwaters down there. So still a long way to go basically. So yeah. I'm sort of like doing something in a way of just showing what the radar looks like at the moment. So I'll just quickly press the play button. Just get a little bit of a recording off of that. So yeah, it was pretty idle and not really moving around terribly much. It did stay off the coast of Bribie Island there, you know, between Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast. It's sort of like just stayed there dormant for a little while, but by the looks of things, it's actually starting to move again. So we're not far off from actually starting to get some heavy rains to come through. So definitely by, you know, give it a good hour or two, I'll probably start seeing that heavy rain come through. Definitely by morning, it'll be definitely well on top of me. I'll be surprised if it wakes me up in the night hitting the roof. So anyway, that's pretty much all I can do for this Saturday. So I think I might just see if I can find something on online to watch and just go to bed basically afterwards. So pick up again in the morning. That's what time is it? What time is it? Well, it's getting on like almost. Hang on. Okay. You can see that it's getting on like getting close at 3:30 in the morning. So waking up to hearing it on the roof. So like getting that bit of wind gust as well. I can hear in the background. I don't know if how well it comes through into the microphone on my phone, but yeah, it's been coming through pretty well. Might get back to some shot eye, I'll take that much. Let's pull up. Oh yeah, let's bring it a bit closer to be fine. But it's starting to really come down now. So starting to make that move. Because it's really slow moving and it's all like hasn't really made itself across the mountain range, you know, over that way. But I definitely would have been doing some flooding rain, and if you want to go on the bed and stuff like that, of sort of I've seen on the social media side of things of some more trees have fallen and more power lost than everywhere else, right? So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like when it gets more into daylight time. But now, trying to get some more beauty sleep, so yeah. See you in a bit. Little B-roll I did earlier is a lot what I pretty much had when I woke up this morning. It's like open up the curtains and all. And it's like a good 2.5 hours ago. So, you know, sit down, do my little things, bits and pieces, shower, breakfast. Pretty much made my third cup of coffee. Still got down my tablets. But yeah, it's just taken on what's sort of like happened overnight and everything else like that as well. It's sort of like, yeah, some more trees and branches gone down over power lines. So I think they pretty much put it as like on the Gold Coast, it's sort of like pretty much 1 in every 2 homes that don't have power at the moment down there. Might be better improving now, but still going to be pretty rough. And in all, it's a place at Redcliffe that lost its roof, and that bit of roof actually flew over like a block and a half and landed on some power lines a couple of blocks down, and all that. And yeah, so it's, get these wind gusts. Like at the moment, my total window was covered in raindrops, so from a bit of a wind gust that blew up and everything else like that, and got my windows and doors closed. I might have to have a look out the front here and stuff like that, make sure there's no water seeping through. Doing a build up, so I'll get an idea of what the angle is actually, because it's sort of like looking at the power pole at the front of my place. And you see like a little strip that's all still dry. So not as dark and wet and as ever, or the rest of the pole is. It's still like a bit of an update too from those Defence Force guys that got involved in a traffic accident down Lismore. No one got killed from it. It's all like most of it is like broken bones, and lacerations, and concussions and stuff like that. They're all staying in hospital at the moment, so at the moment they're all stable basically. But unfortunately, there is also a report that a body's been found way down near Port Macquarie from all this flood rain and going through floodwaters or something like that, and tried to drive through floodwaters and didn't come out terribly well. Unfortunately, they found these bodies late yesterday afternoon. There was one life lost. But yeah, at the moment it hasn't really been, honestly, very heavy or anything like that. As probably get these light scrawly showers, and then we'll come across some moderate showers and stuff like that. It's like looking at the local creeks and stuff like that, they're steady, so they haven't really had that significant rain to actually start getting the creek rising up and stuff like that. So even though it's, still a little bit on the anxious side with everything, it's sort of like it's more or less it's sort of like that recovery now, even though looking at the beaches and everything else like that, it's going to take a while to recover all the beaches and everything else like that. So in the meantime, I'm still going to go ahead with my Sunday fortnight stream. So get my tablets down and all that, and get some lunch and start prepping for the stream. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's like sort of like the current weather here. It's sort of like in southeast Queensland, over Brisbane and stuff like that. Sorry. There's already like flood watches and flash flooding and everything today, so it's sort of like heavy rain. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go to. So I got my way. It's sort of like heavy rain today, rain, possible heavy showers tomorrow, shower 2. Well, tomorrow's rain, possible heavy falls tomorrow. Shower 2, partly cloudy. So that's pretty much this week it's going to be like. As much as has been going on with this, now ex-tropical Cyclone Alfred, it's quite honestly hasn't really been affecting me very much at all. It's it's sort of like just been sort of like that outer edge of it, so it's sort of like not really getting that huge amount of rainfall and everything else like that through the Lockyer Valley. There's a little bit more on the eastern side, but not on the western side. In some ways, I probably could say it's a bit of a blessing in disguise, because it's sort of like not going to be causing too much hassle out here, and we're flooding and losing power and all that sort of hoo-ha. But you know, also Lockyer Valley being a major crop growing region and stuff like that, so we won't, you know, of course, going on instincts basically, but you know, not having the you know, the flooding, rain and stuff like that, ruin crops, stuff like that. Even though so, I think they probably don't want too much rain though. But it's mostly all just been coastal, but in some ways being all coastal and stuff like that, it's still like, you know, still pretty bad, because there has been some flash flooding through parts of Brisbane and Gold Coast and stuff like that, and still some trees gone down, and still quite a lot of homes that still haven't got power in, you know, as I speak now. It doesn't have that impact of all the flood water out this way going through there out, you know, through there, because pretty much all the creeks and all that through the Lockyer Valley all throw into all part of the Brisbane River catchment, I should say. So it's all going to be flowing out of the Brisbane River. So, you know, of course, I'll leave a grief for, you know, Ipswich and Brisbane and all that. So, but interesting thing is sort of like, just bringing up to look at myself, but I'll just bring up the national radar and stuff like that, and you sort of like see the impact it has. It's sort of like starting to go up north with the rain, and down south and all that. You know, it just really does feel very dormant with this, and you know, it's definitely been well fed. So we've got pretty much the high in the Tasman, in between Australia and New Zealand basically, and that's pretty much what I made a go calls it to take a right turn and head towards back towards Brisbane. But also it's been forcing the easterly breeze from the sea, all that moisture feeding into it. So yeah, so it does have quite a bit of impact. You know, it's probably still going to be a long way, even though don't know if it's still going to be affecting me, of course, but it's still a long way before it, you know, can get you know, full recovery from it all. So anyway, try and keep that normal routines I have and stuff like that. So after having my Sunday fortnight stream, might sit down and start doing some clips for YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So I better get stuck into it. Sort of show, yeah, close the window so I can sort of show where starting to get a little bit on the serious side. It just, you can hear it off in the distance in the background, but they got the evac siren going off for the town of Grantham. So yeah, all the pretty much low-lying areas of Grantham. Well, it's a little bit on the dry side. Still looks like it's probably misty rain at the moment. But I'm going to drop the microphone off of this thing and everything. I'm going to take a walk and have a look at Lockyer Creek, because if I look it up here, So like, this is currently what Grantham looks like at the moment. So, have a look at Lockyer Creek. It's almost like a fog, really. So, go for a bit of a walk and have a look. Some ways I'm sort of like really expecting this and all that, so it's all around here with sort of like this sort of rain and everything. It's not surprising one iota, so. Just hope it doesn't get any higher, honestly. Alrighty, something a little bit different from usual fortnight streams I do. But yeah, this is pretty much where currently, you know, it's about 7:30 of an evening, and yeah, pretty much what it's like at the moment. It's a whole heap of light stuff. I don't know if this will cause anything or not, or get anything from it, but yeah, water's receding, and I live around here, and you see, it's like quite a lot of area here was actually affected, even up here in Toowoomba. Probably if I flick it a bit wider. See, it was like quite a lot of areas around here that was affected, and this is not going to be affecting us. It's still like moving away. Probably if I go a little bit wider, you see all this. It's on the other side of the range, and not going to be affecting us. The fact is, like the Weather Bureau has pretty much put a every heavy rain warning or storm warning out for this, and a little bit further up, all that, but it's not going to be affecting us. It's, you know, still part of attached to a upper level trough apparently. So, but probably the worst of it in southeast Queensland is pretty much gone. So if you look here, you know, it's still got quite a lot of effect with it from the pretty much an upper level trough that's going through here and all that. You know, where, as I say, us here, and pretty much the area's been affected. So still plenty of rain about, and it's sort of like just being brought up just from having a tropical cyclone. Yeah, the coast here, through here. So, but pretty much officially, there's sort of like anything in the way of from the tropical cyclone is pretty much all dissipated now. It's all part of this upper level trough. I'll go over to Google Maps because it's still like, and I've gone to like terrain mode, so the, you know, usual coloured mode. Get a bit of a rough idea what it looks like. So, you know, live around here, and you know, so Gatton and all that. Lately was pretty much all underwater and everything else like that. Gatton wasn't, but you know, probably go through here and see somewhere around here. I think we had Grantham, which went underwater. Yeah, they went underwater and stuff like that today. You see, so lately and stuff like that, you had like whole water come off Thornton, which runs into Laley Creek and through Laley, and goes part through Forest Hill and up through this way, but eventually it goes up to the Brisbane River, which is sort of like comes through here. Pretty much looks like a gully actually, of this part. But you know, it's all part of the Brisbane River basin basically. So all this water we're getting through here and up through Esk and all that, and even up through the back of the Sunshine Coast is all eventually going to be landing in the Brisbane River. So it's not over yet for pretty much for like Ipswich and Brisbane and all that. It's all going to be flowing out through the Brisbane River basically. You know, probably still take like a good day or two to do. But just to show the areas covered. So like you had the cyclone coming through this way, went over this island here, then it just sort of like got into there, didn't really pick up or anything like that. It actually dissipated. Just having that going across that island enough to actually break it up and stuff like that and turn it into a tropical low. And it just slowly sort of like moved up, stayed dormant before it actually started moving inland and went across like this. So it sort of like shows the effect of sort of like this affected Sunshine Coast, all down the Gold Coast, down to pretty much all the way down here to Grafton. Well, so you have pretty much this tail on it, especially. Lismore got reprieved. It didn't get the big flood. It did get some floods and stuff like that, but it pretty much been spared, which is good. Because especially after the floods they had 3 years ago, a bit too much. But yeah, so like yesterday, you had the big storm cell form over Harvey Bay and all that, and caused some flash flooding. It's nice up at Harvey Bay, but yeah, so like really affected out here and all that, and did have some little bit of flash flooding up here in Toowoomba and all that, and really did cop it a bit in the Lockyer Valley. And yeah, it goes all the way down this side of the mountain range, basically. I think even Warwick had a little bit of flash flooding as well. A bit of flood warning. So, yeah, taking on a fair bit here, so. It's actually been a couple of days since the last bit of footage. I'm sort of like sitting down and getting all this edited up, so I was thinking probably a good idea to get another final conclusion with it all. And actually, before I started filming this, I actually just had one of the freight trains that needs the line that go out to Darling Downs roll by for the first time in over a week. So for all the safety and everything else like that, they actually moved pretty much all the coal carrying and grain carrying trains all crossed into the Darling Downs to be safe. And so the first one that's gone back the other way. But yeah, so since it's pretty close to being a week since tropical cyclone pretty much hit, and all the flooding rain we had from the tail of it and all that, it's slowly starting to get all back to normal. Schools are starting to come back to classrooms and stuff like that, and there's still quite a lot of businesses that probably still got their doors closed because they probably got flooded under, like in Laidley and all that. There's been plenty of help and assistance. It's good with pretty much the Aussie resilience basically with this. They pretty much come from the floods we had in 2011, and I'm heavily involved with back in 2011 as well myself. That having that mud army come through and help with it, volunteering and helping with the clean up and everything else like that. So there's been plenty of that helping, or plenty of that assistance basically, and still getting that federal and state and local help as well. Starting to get that disaster relief from that. Insurance claims are starting to be filed and all that sort of thing. So still some places that still don't have power yet. I think especially on the Gold Coast, they'd I think on the 6 o'clock news tonight, they're pretty much saying there's a little bit over 10,000 homes that still haven't got power and all that, and so hopefully by tomorrow they'll have it all connected. But yeah, so in some ways it's starting to get into that recovery and getting back to normal, but still there's a bit of long-term projects and involvement and stuff like that, especially like on the Gold Coast where got quite a lot of like beach erosion and stuff like that that's happened, and it's going to take a bit of while to recover from that. But the Gold Coast City Mayor is pretty keen on seeing I think quite a lot of those beaches open before Easter, and so I get a recovery there because it's pretty a major tourist attraction that is. So yeah, but of course we've got plenty of other issues as well because Trump in the last 24 hours as well decided to put the tariffs on steel and aluminium here in Australia, so we've got some more adventures to go through, so I'm going to leave it with someone else to talk about. So it says it's growing down below. Until next time, have a good one.